Good morning. In today's session, we will discuss about populating data from two sources by implementing join. Like for example, I am having an employee table where I am having the fields like employee number, employee name, salary, commission, hire date, job, department number. Same way I am having one more table called as a DEPT. The DEPT table is having department number, department name and a location. So these are the two tables I am having. Now from these two sources I want to read the data. Here the common column is department number. So with the help of that we will try to implement a join and we will read the data. So my requirement is I need an output in this format. Employee number, employee name, job, manager, hire date, salary, commission, department number, department name, location. So all these fields I need as an output within the single table. So here all these fields are not present in a single table, they are present in two different tables. So I want to read the data from these two tables and I want to display here. Finally in SSRS we are writing a select statement. So implement a join condition and the select statement and read the data. So maybe you are having a set of employee records, so it should show me all the records in this table, something like this. So how to do this means, create a new report, add new item, select the report, provide some name, click on add, create the data sources, perform right click on the data source, add data source, provide some data source name like ds underscore source, select embedded connection, Microsoft SQL Server, click on edit button, provide the server name, specify the database. So my database is source, click on test connection, it is saying connection is succeeded, OK. Click on OK, then click on OK. So data source is ready. Now we will try to create the data set. So perform right click on the data sets, add data set, provide some data set name, So I'm giving the name like dset underscore emp underscore dpt, and this data set I want to use only in the current report. So select an option like use a data set embedded in my report. Select the data source what we have created, ds underscore source, and write the select statement here, or maybe go to the query designer and prepare the select statement here. So I'm selecting the two tables, emp and dpt, two tables. Click on close. So automatically the query is prepared by implementing a equi-join condition, inner join. Now I want to extract the fields like employee number, employee name, job, manager, hire date, salary, commission, department number, department name and location. So what are the fields we want to display in our report? Select all those fields. So I'm selecting almost all the fields here. Depart number is available in both the tables, but I am taking from the EMP table. Click on OK. Click on OK. The data set is ready. Perform right click within your layout. Insert. Perform right click within the report layout. Select insert table. Now add the fields. So simply drag these fields and place it in the data cells. Employee number, employee name, job, manager, hire date, salary, commission, department number, maybe department name, location. Adjust the width of these cells. And for the header cell, I am applying background color, bold characters, some particular size. Save it, preview the report. Now we got all the employee details here, and it is trying to display even department name and location for each employee record. Like for example, if you take the first record 7369, as per the database 7369 means depart number 20, 20 means research and Dallas. Is it showing same thing here? Means it's showing me same values, 20 research and Dallas. So like this we can populate the data from two sources by implementing a join at the data set. Now instead of showing as a detailed format, if you place this depart number, department name and location at the starting place, it will be the better form will be there, better representation of data will be there. So what I am trying to say is, maybe something like this. So what are the departments are there? Try to show only one time those things: department number, department name, location, and corresponding employees should come in that particular respective areas. Instead of repeating the same department number, department name, location, try to show only one time. Here if you observe, the research is placed at different places, like 20, department number 20. Instead of that, I am asking to show only one time. And if you show like that, it is advisable to place on the starting point rather than at the end of your table. So how do you design this? So I'll create as a separate report for that. Add new item, report. I'm trying to implement grouping also here. First of all, I'll create the data source. Right click, add data source. Give some data source name. Specify as per which database you want to work. Click on edit. Provide the server name, database name, for example source. Click on OK. Click on OK. Data set. Perform, right click on that, add data set. ds underscore dset underscore emp dept. And this data set I am trying to embed into the current report based on its data source ds underscore source. Click on query designer, add the emp table, dept table, and I am choosing the fields like employee number, name, like what are the fields you need, you choose those respective fields. Depending on the requirement. Click on OK. Click on OK. Then add the table, insert table. Now I am adding the depart number at the starting place, depart number, department name and location. After that, employee details, employee number, employee name, job, salary, a commission and department number, some fields. Now if you try to execute these depart numbers, once again they will repeat again and again because we doesn't have any grouping option on this. Preview. It's showing the output in this way, but our requirement is fine, the depart number, name, location should be at the starting place, but it should be displayed only one time instead of having repetition of that particular value. So if you need like that, try to implement grouping. Now if I drag those fields from your data set to row groups, it becomes as a duplicate. So for that reason, what I'll do means, I'll go to the table, maybe remove the cells, add the rows here, or so here first of all I am trying to remove these cells. I am saying delete column, delete column, delete column. So I deleted depart number, department name and location. Now I am dragging the fields depart number from data set to the row groups, department name to the row groups, location to the row groups. Automatically those three fields are added into the table. Now save it and preview the report. Now we rank 10 accounting New York only one time, under that there are 3 employees. Under 20 research Dallas, we are having a set of employees. Same with 30 sales Chicago, set of employees are there. So you can implement the grouping in this format. You are taking the data from 2 tables and you are implementing grouping, and we are trying to display the data. Now to implement this grouping option, what I did, I deleted the existing cells, and after that I added those cells again, department number, department name, location to the row groups. Because of that they are added into the table. But is it necessary to delete the cells? Means no, without deleting the cells also implement it. So we will try to do in a separate report those things. I will create a new report. Report, join and grouping, add data sources, add data source, give some name ds underscore source SQL server, that is my database type, edit, provide the server name where your SQL server database is present. So Ramesh PC, database is source, test connection, click on OK, click on OK, click on OK. The data source is ready. We'll create the data set, add data set, provide the name dset underscore emp, use a data set in my report, embedded in my report. Data source is ds underscore source, and click on query designer, add the tables emp and dpt, choose the fields like for example department number, department name, location, employee number, employee name, salary and commission. Depending on the requirement, choose the fields, click on OK. Click on OK. Now I am trying to take a table, perform right click in the layout, insert table. Now I am dragging the fields like department number, department name, location, employee number, employee name, salary, commission, job. Adjust the width of the cells. Now when you execute the report, department number is repeating again and again, but we need as a grouping process. But actually before placing the cells into the table itself, you need to implement grouping. That means by dragging into the row groups. But already the table is ready, but now we want to implement the grouping. So I am going to the row groups detail section. I am performing right click on that. I will go to the group properties, and here I am clicking on add button. I am choosing department number, add button, department name, add button, location. Click on OK. Save and preview the report. So we are getting in this particular format. So here it is implemented grouping, but it is taking only one record from each group. But we need to have all the records from each group. So it is unable to implement. We will apply or we will remove the grouping on dname and LOC. So I am going to the details once again, row groups, group properties. I will delete these particular options. Delete, delete. Only on department number you are having. preview. Even on the depart number also it is unable to show this information. So this means this option is not working. So we will try to do in another format. That means, because we don't want to disturb these fields, we want to keep these fields as it is, and we want to implement grouping, but what is the row groups details section is providing the grouping, it is not suitable. So we are trying to implement in different format. What is that means? Drag the depart number onto the row groups, same way department name onto the row groups, location onto the row groups, but it became duplicate cells under the table. But I doesn't need like that. For that purpose, what we'll try to do means, I am choosing department number cell in the table. This is you got because of implementing grouping. Because of implementing grouping, I am performing right click on that. I'll say delete column. So previously whenever you are deleted, straight away it is deleting it, but now this group is consisting, or this cell is consisting grouping option. So it will ask you, do you want to delete this complete cell along with the grouping, or you want to delete only cell by keeping grouping as it is. So you are having two options, delete columns and associate groups, delete columns only. So right now I want to delete only the column, I need to have that association as it is. So I'll choose delete columns only, okay. Same way for department name also, right click on this cell, delete columns only, I'm not deleting the association, click on OK. Same way LOC, perform right click, delete columns only. If you select the first option, it removes the column along with the grouping option. Then file menu, save all, preview. Now you got the output in this format.